think exchange trading products will evolve towards even more complexity?
Listen, the ETP industry is going very well. We've been under a growth, annual growth of 20% over the last 5 years in Europe, 15% in the US. So the European industry in the ETP world is going very well. And a very interesting figure I can give you is last year, we have seen a decrease in equity turnover on a classic stock exchange by more than 20%. And we've seen only a very small decrease in ETF turnover across Europe, only by 10%. So the market of ETF is very resilient, and I'm sure that the growth will continue in the next few years.
Where do you see the highest amount of investors' interest at the moment?
No, I think this industry will move towards more innovation, for sure. I think there are too many products, maybe on simple indices, on the same indices. You have at the moment on the Euro Stoxx 50, for instance, more than 10 products in Europe. So I think there are a little bit more, too much vanilla products. So I think we're going to see a lot of innovation in terms of new indices, new asset classes, new way of constructing an indices. Concerning the structure of the funds, I think the ESMA guidelines, which have been issued last year, has clarified what is an ETF, what is not an ETF, how we should communicate to our clients, to investors, what should be clearly qualified as an ETF and what should be transparent and fully displayed. And I think that will help the market to stabilize in a way that basically innovation and product creation will go a little bit further.
Which is the biggest misconception about exchange-traded products?
No, I think the misconception has been to treat ETF as a specific investment. ETF is a fund, is a UCITS 4 fund, which has to be seen as a fund, not a very specific type of fund. So ESMA guidelines in that respect have looked at ETF as if it were looking at classic funds. And the rules are quite homogeneous across all the funds in Europe thanks to the UCITS passports. So I think the misconception is maybe to treat ETF as a strange and a different animal. That is not a different animal, that is a fund which has a particularity to be traded on exchange and to be tradable as simply as a classic stock or as a classic bond. That is a particularity of an ETF, to be as much liquid as possible.